Hey guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to Hearts of Iron number 4, loading the last saved game, which is in February in 42. So, where are we currently in terms of all of our war efforts? We have actually, of course, defeated here France. We basically gave part of that to Britain, which is fine, Brittany and so forth. We took Calais for ourselves because, of course, we do want to have a nice bit of a front line there. I've got various different armies in different groups now, and I'm basically just going to see where they're all placed. I'm going to basically place armies around Poland. Now, Poland is currently still being guaranteed by Britain. Question, of course, here now being, what can we do about Poland? Now, if I look closely at Poland, as you can see, I've got various different spies operating in there. And they're trying to raise the fascist party's engagement in politics there. So currently at 11%, but until anything really has happened there, I'd like to basically keep them encircled. So I got, as you can see, various different armies around here already. Okay.
Angetreten.
That one is defensive there. This one is on the south side.
Angetreten.
And here we got these guys defending some of the territory here. As you can see, we got part of Sweden ourselves, which creates a nice big of a block there. And of course here Estonia-Finland League has got a nice chunk here as well. If I look back at the actual war efforts, we still have listed here the Union of Soviet Republics. So this hasn't been actually properly divided as of yet. These countries have. Portugal, and of course here Canada. So in Canada itself, we need to start pushing now. We stand at 49% contribution to the war effort. I guess that's in this one as well. We just started a new war here, which is basically supporting the guys here in the east. And I do want to basically reposition some of my armies there. But firstly, I'd like to basically start my efforts here in Canada, because I don't want to spread my efforts too far all at once. Yeah, so let's have a quick look. So this is let's have a quick look at the proper field marshals that we got. This is Van Kluge. Van Kluge is a level 4. Van Rundstedt is a level 4. And ultimately level 5 we got here our good other friend as such. As you can see, he's 86% of the way towards level 5, so that's fine.
Alright.
This one is 73% of the way towards level 6. Hold on, this is the guy that basically we had operating initially on some of the front lines. And here, of course, we got the Van Rundstedt. Van Rundstedt is level 4 at the moment. Only just barely level 4. We can, of course, give him organization first, which gives reinforcement rate boosters, which, of course, is always welcome. Anything I can do here? Nope. He's great at logistics, as you can see. Since these are the operational armies...
Angetreten.
I'm just going to place them underneath this other general here, which is Kluge, who's actually closer to the next level. And Kluge, if I'm not mistaken, he of course had the logistics wizard, which helps to reduce the supply consumption. He's got, of course, the offensive doctrine. He's also got Ranger, which makes the movement through various different elements like forests a lot easier. So that should do nicely. This is the Western Army. Yes, of course, I don't want to do any of that, which doesn't help. These generals are level 6, level 5, and this one is level 3. Okay, well, at least this general here is on his way eastwards. Once he's actually formed up on that particular line, we should be able to push the communists out, and then we can actually start pushing into Japanese territory here as well. As you can see, lots of these guys have got medals or commendations ready to be handed out. But for now, we're just going to basically have a look at what's going on here. In terms of actual research, nothing going to happen in the next few days. As you can see, we do, I did say briefly, we had some shortages. Stability is pretty good. We can, of course, reduce our outgoings towards consumer goods. At the moment, that stands at 16%. This actually lowers it by... it's not the total consumer goods itself. It's the consumer good factors, which... What do we stand at the moment? So this stands at 16, so that should reduce it down to 13, I presume. If I read that correctly. We can, of course, do these recruitments in the different regions. I'm going to let that be for now. Case Anton. What is this? The intent behind the creation of Vichy France has always been to keep French colonies and the French fleet out of the hands of the Allies. However, an agreement we may choose to rescind at any time. We have a plan drawn up to forcibly integrate the area as well as making the lightning push. Okay. So, what is the situation here? So this is German France, and they are fascist, as I expected them to be. Which is great. Of course, the Spanish, they currently control Portugal and so forth, so that's amazing as well. There is stuff going on in the south here. There's still the German Italy here. Ah, interesting. Equatorial. So is this the one that they just declared war upon? No. So the United States declared war upon this party here. These guys are not part of my alliance at the moment yet. Peru. We can ask them for docking rights, which is going to be good if we get that. Chile, I could do the same, but they're very, very, very much on the wrong side there. Interesting. Interesting. So who else have we got? That's Britain. That's the United States. That's more Britain. Venezuela would be interesting to get in our group as such. They're rightly on the way, but what's wrong here? I don't know. I don't want to basically get to war with them. What about these guys here? Again, they're very, very much communist. Some of these guys here, these guys as well.
Right.
Okay, let's have a look here. This is Focke-Wulf. We can boost them. We can give them an extra maximum speed, air attack, ground attack. Only for small and carrier planes, only small carrier planes and all medium. Hold on, upgraded engines. Hardened frames, air defense is boosted. All small and carrier planes. This is more for the medium planes, and I cannot do these because I don't have the medium option there. This is quite interesting now because, of course, at this point I should be at 5, but I need to be more than 5, not 5 exactly. Okay, right. So these guys here, there's more mountain troops, which I can actually add to the existing grouping here. As you can see, I got a commendation here, and actually can reduce my supply consumption, which will be useful to have. Same with this one. Actually, he's got 2. Interesting. And the other one, I probably want to basically give him this one here, but I don't have enough political power at the moment. Political power is still growing at 1.35. Not as much as before, but that's okay for now. In terms of logistics, we still see we got a very substantial shortage of tanks. So I'm going to see if I can buy some additional equipment. That's basic medium tanks, and these are light tanks. I'm going to basically buy a lot of them. As well as these here from Turkey. What else have I got shortages of? This all seems to be honky-dory. Nothing in the red at the moment except for this. Supply equipment. Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't expect that, but yeah, I can of course have a look at my production, see where I may see got any particular errors as such in there. It says the Leopard A is currently what we got there. Now upgraded radio. No upgraded gun as of yet. I'm gonna leave the production as it stands for the moment.
Achtung!
Okay, let's see what we're seeing here now.
Achtung!
As you can see, we've got some movement here.
Achtung! Achtung! Bereit!
Okay.
Angetreten!
Ooh, what do we got here? Bloom and Vosh, which of course for our submarines it's great. We got this one already. We can then of course get this one as well. I've done that one, which hold on, requires all of the following. Ah, okay, I can't do both because I've done this one already. This is for the capital ships. Be lovely to get this one though. Oh well. Is that a mistake I can correct at all? Can I undo this? No, I cannot. So what to do? We got this one already, we got that one already. This one I don't have at the moment, and that's really the only one I can do at the moment, so let's go for it. No enemy cipher is being decrypted. We got this one already. So let's have a look at here, of course, the communist Chinese and the Japanese. Were both of those going to be worked on? Romania is working on its independence, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. As long as they stay within a faction, that shouldn't be causing any issues whatsoever. So we got this full list already done, so we can actually start spending the points on here. So what do I want to do? Boost the defense or recovery rate? Transport factor, supply use, organization, and this one is basically saying breakthrough and soft attack. Defense, and this is attack. Whereas this actually looks at the take up less space, which of course is beneficial. Here we need to make a choice. They're mutually exclusive. This is either mountaineer combat width is reduced, defense is boosted. Battalion modifier line artillery. We don't have that. Let's just focus on what we got there for now. So we got a good percentage here already. So we should see another 0.5% coming in there, so that's fine. Where are our troops at the moment?
Bereit.
So as you can see, these guys are ready to push in.
Ausrücken.
So hold on, why we got these troops on this front here? Because in reality, that's part of our faction, isn't it? Why was I actually focusing on getting through that line there?
Achtung.
Makes so little sense.
Angetreten.
Anyways, these guys are still on their way. These guys are almost there. These guys are already operating here, so we're basically making our moves here.
Achtung.
Slowly eliminating, of course, the armies that we see here. We can, of course, see that we're doing all of this quite diligently. Making our way through, ultimately getting the entire Canadian territory in our hands.
Bereit.
Okay. Army innovations number 2 is basically being worked on. What else is on the market here? Trucks. We got enough trucks. We got more than 10,000 in surplus, which is great. These guys we can easily take on. Turkey should be a happy bunny with that. Where does this come from? Peru? Fine, whatever we can get, basically.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Befehle. Achtung. Befehle.
Ah, China has joined our faction, which is great. Let's go for Toronto as well. Let's push, really.
Achtung. Angetreten.
Let's read it a nexus where it all comes together.
Befehle.
Okay. Our troops are forming on the lines here, as you can see. They're not fully there yet. There are some here, as you can see here. They're just slowly just getting their act together, it looks like. And as you can see, we can actually get an additional Hellenic one here if we wanted to. Have we got any of them at different skill levels? They're all at the same skill level, it looks like, which is a bit of a pity. And we got some French ones here. Linguist. Another infiltrator. Okay, let's have a look at the new lady that we got here. She, of course, can start building up on the network here as well in Gdansk. And this person here can again help boost the ideology. Standing nationally at 14%, which of course is great. There are decisions available. Sweet. East Wall. East Wall construction. To the Baltics. Each of the foreign states are fully controlled by a faction. Okay. Okay, not quite convinced by that one at the moment. Danzig or war. I don't want to do that really. Ooh, this is a good one, isn't it? Improve national spirit. We or our faction members must control London and Paris and the states they reside in. Remove bitter loser, which grants ideology drift. 50% add triumphant will, which grants daily political power gain. Ooh. That, of course, is a great one. It we have that bitter loser here? Yes, we did. But that's actually a great replacement to have, I would say.
Befehle.
Cool, we're pushing through here properly.
Befehle.
Yes, I'm aware of the fact that we are basically suffering somewhat here through all of this. Making better at infantry tactics.
Bereit.
This guy now. He's got troops here ready.
Befehle.
We're engaging in there as well.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Okay.
Suchen Deckung. Ausrücken.
Ought
Angetreten.
to do fine for now.
Bereit.
This guy is moving in.
Achtung.
Once he's on the line, he'll basically start supporting us.
Angetreten.
Okay, this guy is... Yeah, that goes there.
Bereit.
These guys are now here to support this attack as well.
Bereit.
I'm not sure why we got two sets of troops here.
Achtung.
But yeah, this will basically push them over the line there.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Okay, that was a loss on our side, but the rest is all victories. Yeah, that was a loss inflicted by, I think that's a Chinese? Or is that the Japanese, Soviet kind of guys? Okay. Let's have again another look here. So we really need to basically boost this further. We're building up a nice supply, as you can see here. So where are currently our Air Force operating? It's nowhere. Interesting. So what can we do? Can we basically send them over here? Yes, we can. Okay, then these guys here are of course close air support. And this guy here is again a fighter squadron. Sorry, he's a fighter squadron, isn't he? So why is he operating in intercept? Oh, of course, intercept would be beneficial as well. Then we, of course, got more units here in terms of fighters. We can, of course, move into this particular one here as well. Get the aerial support there. Okay. Yeah, okay, you stopped your land lease, that's fine. Then there's more fighters. Württemberg. Okay, let's operate in this region nicely here as well. More fighters. Yeah, where do I want to position those? Of course, we can position more of them here as well. And this is more fighters as well. Have I got more close air support units? I do. Eastern Canada. Okay, great. And then of course I got more fighters here in Tuscany and so forth, which can be sent out here as well. to support further engagements if we were to need them. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause this for just a second. Apologies about the interruption. I just had to do a little chore. Anyways, we're advancing quite nicely here.
Angetreten. Achtung. Angetreten.
Winnipeg. Yep.
Befehle.
Ah, new tanks. These are the new design of tanks that we got coming in. Or at least the tank divisions, I maybe should say.
Bereit.
So we've got, of course, this army group here, which is led by Holst, who is a level 7. The other one is... Where's the other one? Here.
Befehle.
Led by Rommel, level 6. To be honest, I think I'm going to place him underneath Rommel. He's still got a few units here that can actually be improved, which is great. We're not going to push too much of that through. Not always entirely sure why certain things are happening the way they are happening, but that's okay.
Achtung.
Marvelous. We see some progress here.
Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Achtung.
Push
Befehle.
into there.
Ausrücken.
Let's take that position, and from there we can push through potentially.
Angetreten.
Yep, marvelous.
Bereit. Ausrücken.
All of our units here are engaged except for these guys. I'm not sure why we got guys here.
Angetreten. Ausrücken.
Okay.
Angetreten. Bereit. Angetreten.
Okay.
Angetreten.
Let's push into here. Let's push there.
Bereit. Bereit. Unter
Pushing
Beschuss.
everywhere.
Greift weiter an.
And of course in Canada, let's have a look at where we stand there. It's a bit slow progress, unfortunately, but we're getting there.
Ausrücken. Achtung.
Just need to make sure we get all of these train lines in our hands. They've got a base up there, interestingly enough. Interestingly enough, that's not necessarily going to be helping them a lot. Once that becomes operational, that will basically, of course, also be pushed into service here. Let's have a look at what we're doing around China and everything here. Vladivostok. Trucks should be the main means of actually doing all these supply runs. I suspect I got more than enough trucks. And as you can see, I've got trucks like 13,000 in stockpile. At least that's what it says. Am I still producing trucks or not? I am. So if I switch some of this over to there, and I start producing even more planes. Let's do this in another batch. So currently I'm basically got 13 out of potential of 20 here. I'm still working on upgrades. But really I need to basically get more tanks, of course, also out of the line here. We are also working, of course, on the next tier of tanks, which we want to basically get up and running even further. So it's all on the list of stuff that we want to get done. Let's briefly just have a look over here. Just want to get all these damaged bits repaired as quickly as possible. I know not necessarily all of them are basically detrimental to our actual efforts in the war itself, but let's just keep our eyes open to see what we can actually do to improve things. Can we actually improve Bohemia here, or this section here? Yes, we can. Okay. Alsace-Lorraine. We should be able to integrate Alsace-Lorraine properly again. Now there are, as you can see here, bits that we can actually say recruit additional SS people in certain locations. Have I seen that in terms of production? Can I actually recruit SS specific units? I've not seen that. It's not to say it's not there, it's just I haven't seen it. Right, another 9 days for the improved air-launched torpedo. The only reason I'm actually doing that because I actually want to improve, of course, the Focke-Wulf itself as a company. Let's go back to these various different front lines here. See how we're doing here.
Befehle. Achtung!
Let's reinforce some of these engagements again. Not all of this has gone to plan thus far, but that's okay.
Angetreten. Ausrücken!
Okay, let's keep an eye on what we can actually do here
Befehle.
to reinforce some of these engagements.
Ausrücken! Angetreten. Zeigt es ihnen! Zeigt es ihnen!
Okay.
Bereit. Angetreten. Suchen Deckung.
Okay, let's halt here for just a second.
Angetreten.
We can push these guys back, that'd be great. Puts less pressure on that particular unit there.
Angetreten. Bereit. Ausrücken.
Marvelous. If we can push them out there, that'd be amazing. It's not always feasible, but okay, we can keep an eye on things here.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Achtung. Achtung.
Okay.
Bereit. Bereit.
So we should see that these units here are getting out of the way. We don't necessarily need to be in a confrontation with the United States. They don't really like us that much. Probably to do with our contribution to world tension. They're currently working on War Plan Ruby. So War Plan Green is there. War Plan Ruby is the one they're working on. Where is that? That's down here. They want to attack India. They got War Plan Red already ready. White they got ready. Silver they got ready, etc., etc. Okay. How are we doing in terms of the actual surrender limits? They're 80% towards capitulation. It controls 35% of the victory points and will capitulate when they are at 20% less. Or less, I should say. Okay.
Angetreten.
In actual fact, these guys here, do I want to keep them here or do I want to prepare them for an engagement with the United States? That's the Spanish Empire at the moment. What are the supply lines like over here? Okay, let's make sure we actually can work a little bit on some of this. So let's select a sector there and let's actually see how we can potentially improve these connections here further. Okay. Picardy. Okay, that's fine for now.
Befehle. Achtung.
Okay, this is going nicely here.
Greift weiter an.
They're actually attacking us here. Interesting.
Angetreten.
Sorry, I see the train running here, but then it's almost like it disappears into the forest here. You can faintly see it up to this point. I guess it goes into here, but yeah, it will have to go on to Winnipeg, I guess. Okay.
Angetreten.
Let's see what's happening up here.
Angetreten. Befehle. Angetreten. Achtung.
Okay.
Befehle. Zeigt es ihnen.
Let's push from there outwards as well.
All right. Ausrücken.
90% there, Narveless.
Ausrücken.
Control of this here.
Greift weiter an. Bereit. Bereit.
Okay.
Bereit.
Let's reinforce that.
Bereit. Ausrücken.
Okie dokie.
Befehle. Los, ausrücken.
Marvelous. So we're in 1942. Let's have a quick look here. Let's improve my computing machines, which helps boost the research output. Ooh, we got a good mix here. We we did lose submarines, but that is bound to happen at some point or another. Okay, have a look at my navy here. Docked over in Wesson. Really? Why don't I move the position where they're docked to? Can I move them to Borneo or something like that? Kalimantan, okay. Some of the smaller groups here, like this one, can potentially merge with that one. That will move there, and then actually from there it actually can start doing the convoy raiding as well. To the engagement area, unless of course I choose the guys here first and then say, well, rebase yourself there first and then operate in that region. But okay, let's see. As you can see, our naval experience is growing as well substantially. Air experience, I don't know what to do with my air experience here anymore, because I cannot go down that second path because it's excluded already. It's mutually exclusive, as you can see. Land doctrine we can boost. That's fine for now, I suspect. There won't be much left of communist China soon. Okay. Really making it into a global war, but okay.
Befehle. Achtung.
Okay, let's push.
Angetreten. Angetreten. Ausrücken! Bereit!
Okay, let's push them there as well.
Angetreten! Bereit! Achtung! Ausrücken!
Okay.
Befehle!
We should be able to push them back further and further. Okay, currently that number is decreased because we're on an offensive war as well as a defensive war. In terms of guns, we no longer have a shortage, which we had before. We've got lots of older stuff within there, which is, yeah, of course, redundant now. So if we look at actually our gun production, it's some degree for reinforcements. For the rest, it's slowly trickling in. So if we look at basically what we're doing here, these guys are really waiting for support equipment. So that's our biggest stumbling block at the moment, as you can see. Research-wise, we are standing here at 6 days away from the upgrade to our machine guns, or infantry defense, etc., etc., which is always great.
Achtung!
Let's again send that to this division here.
Achtung!
Let's take that full division and put that on the line here. $21. Okay. In reality, it can be any one of our agents. This is a counterintelligence guy at the moment. Commencement ready. Again, if I look at the queue, is it this queue? No, it's not this one. It's at the top here. So as you can see, reinforcement top priority, Lend-Lease nationalists. We've sent them Opel trucks, okay. What else can we send them here? We can of course modify our Lend-Lease. We can of course send them... What can we send them? We're not producing any of the old stuff anymore, so that's fine. I think we had a couple of thousand of this stuff. I'm gonna send them 2,000. Should help them out nicely. Should be a bunch of happier bunnies because of that as well.
Bereit!
Yeah, as you can see, we're still pushing through here.
Achtung! Befehle! Ausrücken!
If I look at the victory points, there used to be a victory point map. I know there was. Yeah, the infrastructure is at its greatest down in the
Befehle!
south. Okay, 1942. Any upgrade to our weapons, always welcome.
Bereit! Ausrücken! Angetreten!
It should really be all of these troops here.
Angetreten!
Pushing. And pushing our way onto Edmonton.
Bereit! Angetreten!
We're still weakened, as you can see.
Greift weiter an! Befehle! Befehle! Bereit! Bereit!
Okay.
Befehle! Angetreten! Bereit!
Japanese got that part down there.
Bereit! Angetreten!
Okay.
Bereit! Achtung! Achtung! Angetreten! Ausrücken!
Can always reinforce this, which is good.
Achtung!
Young, if we can basically push our way through to there, that'd be great.
Bereit! Ausrücken!
Okay.
Achtung!
These guys are at sea, which is great again. Total losses in the last 12 months. It's about 500,000. Equipment losses, quite strongly. But nothing we cannot handle at the moment. This is coming along nicely. So is this here.
Achtung! Achtung!
Right, let's keep an eye on things.
Befehle! Achtung!
Let's keep on pushing towards Winnipeg, and then from there we're going to push straight on to there.
Achtung!
These guys want to push all the way onto Vancouver.
Bereit! Angetreten! Befehle! Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Okay, let's push them out of that pocket if we can.
Angetreten! Ausrücken! Befehle!
Third student has been wounded. Oh, Communist China has capitulated. Nice. Really nice to see that. There's still little pockets of Communist China up here, but they will not last long, that's for sure.
Ausrücken! Angetreten!
Particularly if we bring all of our might to bear.
Befehle!
So war-wise, in terms of the war efforts, 82%. They still control 33% of the victory points, because a lot of them are actually on the west coast, which just takes time and effort to get through to.
Angetreten! Befehle! Angetreten! Achtung!
Okay.
Achtung! Bereit! Achtung!
Marvelous.
Greift weiter an!
Let's keep on pushing here as well.
Bereit! Angetreten! Ausrücken! Bereit!
Okay.
Bereit!
So the Japanese will not be faring too well, looks like. Since, of course, the communists have already surrendered. But we haven't actually not inflicted too many casualties on them as of yet. In this current engagement, we basically suffered losses because of the Soviets. The Japanese, we are suffering some losses because of. Canadians haven't actually inflicted us many losses as of yet.
Achtung! Achtung! Bereit? Angetreten!
Belgian operative was captured.
Achtung! Angetreten! Angetreten! Ausrücken!
Okay.
Angetreten!
There are pockets that are remaining here, but they're slowly being dealt with, so to speak. Why did that say that we lost? I'm not sure. It's a bit confusing to be. Oh, we lost some, of course, submarines, which is to be expected.
Achtung!
All right, up here.
Achtung! Ausrücken!
Still some movement occurring, as you can see. And then, of course, from there we take Edmonton.
Achtung!
Now, the Canadians still got a bit of forces there. The Spanish are actually up there. We've, of course, got our... Did they actually land yet? Or no, they're still at sea. Okay.
Greift weiter an!
This is Mr. Kugler. And this is Mr. Student. And he was wounded.
Angetreten!
Blaskowicz. Lovely.
Achtung! Bereit!
They're suffering their individual losses now, which is nothing
Angetreten!
unfamiliar.
Bereit! Bereit!
Okay. As you can see, lots of these railway connections that we've been working on for quite a while basically come to the fore now. Can I boost any other factory productions? Yeah, Bohemia, of course. It's not just only the factory productions that we're looking at. Of course, also to look at the repairs. If I go back to my home territory and actually look at what I can actually do in terms of synthetic refineries, for example. Is there space for any? There is some space here. Space here. Quite a little space, actually. So what would a synthetic refinery do for me? It actually gives me fuel, plus it gives me bonus fuel, plus it gives me tires. Okay, so we're working on getting all of these up to snuff, to put it easily. course, this all takes an effort that we have to put into it, but that's okay. Some of these are almost done, so let's keep that up towards the top. We don't want to basically interrupt that too much.
Befehle.
What did we get here? Hold on.
Bereit.
Do I want that? Did I accept that? Hold on, guys. Really?
Befehle.
Let's put these guys on the protection. Well, not necessarily here. If I can actually use that in here, in the other parts of France, that'll be quite helpful. And I of course can give them another general to these guys here. It's a mixture of different types of units. Let's put Felix Steiner in charge of that. Control of state. Can I give him trace? No, I cannot. Interesting. I had kind of hoped that I could, but I'm not sure why. I know you got a claim to this. Improve national spirit. It's almost done. Nice. More days to go, and then that should be all finished.
Angetreten. Angetreten. Bereit.
Okay.
Achtung. Ausrücken.
That all comes through nicely in here as well. Okay, the research slot is free. 1942. We're so close to 1943, but we're not there yet. Here I should really boost some of these as well. 42. Military police, of course, helps suppress some of the people that do their uprisings. Progress, that's great to see. Proclaim Greater Germany. We need to have control of Leningrad and Volgograd. Proclaim Greater German Reich. Volgograd and Leningrad. So once you basically declare, of course, where's Volgograd? Ah, there. So once we basically get control here, I need to basically have that one as well as the other one in my hands. I have full control of it. Okay. So we gain daily political power is boosted. Wow. Nice. And there's no real limit on there, is there? Huh. Nice. Really, really nice one to have. That one. How would you do this without? It gives you so much additional power to basically work with. Air experience is boosted with this.
Befehle.
Okay. Almost done here.
Achtung. Angetreten. Achtung. Angetreten.
Okay.
Angetreten. Befehle?
And of course we can boost that over there as well.
Achtung!
Can I basically say again, more of these supply hubs should be done by truck? I've done most of them already, as you can see. Not all of them are in my control, but that's okay.
Bereit! Achtung! Ausrücken! Angetreten! Befehle?
Okay. Edmonton.
Befehle? Achtung!
Okay.
Angetreten!
Not much to be found in that northern region, of course, but still. We'll keep on pushing. Yeah, we lost one submarine, but that's something we can live with.
Bereit! Achtung!
Almost finished down here.
Befehle? Bereit! Ausrücken!
Okay.
Angetreten! Achtung! Achtung! Zeigt es ihnen! Ausrücken! Achtung!
It's a continuous flow here, so that's fine for now. Let's get a look at what's happening at home. As you can see, we're improving those railways here, particularly in the Vienna-Budapest region. Ooh, they put more tanks on this line as well. Interesting. What's happening to our spies now? Yeah, he's almost liberated. Let's have him boost the ideology here as well. So naval experience is growing, as you can see here, which we can of course leverage here. What are we going to do here? Radar patrol. The only thing we can do with it. Whereas here I got nothing to spend this on. Unless of course I want to create new designs of airship or ships as such. Right. Backbone of the armed forces or shared instructors. Special force attack is boosted, cold acclimatization is boosted, hot acclimatization is boosted, special force capacity multiplier is increased by 20%. Special forces non-combat out of supply is reduced. Special force mountaineer special force cap contribution is reduced. So this increases the capacity, but this actually decreases the impact on the overall This just says special forces attack, so that actually should work for both of them. Yeah, for now we're good here. I know this number has slowly dropped, but I think we can work with that for now. So convoys we're good in. Okay, more tanks, we're buying them up. And we're going to buy these as well. Sword costs on the market. Improved artillery, it looks like we got a shortage as well. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that in just a moment. So artillery we need to get boosted as well. I thought we were doing okay in terms of artillery, but it looks like we do have a shortage there as well. This one's supply equipment. Not a lot, but every little bit helps, I would say, for now. Okay, research slot that we got free. What are we going to leverage that for? If we look in this particular section, we are in 1942. That gives us improved high velocity cannon, which is great. If I look at this one, it doesn't do anything there. This gives me improved medium howitzer. That gives me automatic cannon improvements. 64 days. And anti-air bombing damage reduction. Okay. Let's work on that for now. But if you look at this number here, we get a plus 3.54. Wow. Anyways, we got, of course, options here. We can dismantle fortresses if we want. We don't want to do that really. Heroic options there. War bonds we could do at the same time as well. And here, I still don't get what the actual benefit of this would be here. Moderate recruitment campaign. The armored SS massive.
Achtung!
Ah, interesting. So we basically, of course, got the other division here. We're going to assign them to, and that's an SS Panzer division. Okay. Interesting. I didn't expect that to happen as such, but of course that's thanks to Mr. Himmler here. Reinstated Nazi leadership. Okay, let's have another look here.
Befehle. Befehle. Achtung! Angetreten. Bereit.
General resigns in protest.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Achtung! Ausrücken!
Oh well, let's see what we get here.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Achtung! Bereit!
Okay, let's cut off that section here if we can. The Japanese People's Republic, that's what it is that we base our facing here at the moment.
Treten!
There's the several losses here. Eight days for the next gun type to become available. And that's really a new design of gun, which actually will be an upgrade versus what we had.
Achtung!
Mountain divisions. We need a heck of a lot more tanks. Actually, that number seems to be keep on growing and growing and growing. Gosh, and I don't know what to do about it. We do have additional factories coming off the mark available here, really. Yep. Denmark is not too bad actually here, is it? Schleswig-Holstein.
Bereit! Befehle!
Really, I don't know why we actually had the entire division split up there. Let's have another look here at our submarine fleet. We're going to get reinforced that, of course. These guys are going to reinforce that one. What have we got here? Opal. Soft attack production cost is increased. Production cost. Yeah. Mechanized and the truck. Okay. So that one's pretty much finished. Okay, there we go. What are we going to do next? We can of course say we are in 1942. Can go for the next design of heavier tanks. I don't want to do that really. '44, 1940. Still too far away, isn't it? This one is available. Let's work on that. Okay, hold on, that's Portuguese. Finally, we're meeting more Portuguese units. Vancouver, not too far away.
Angetreten! Bereit!
Huh. Okay.
Bereit!
How are we doing here now in good old Canada? They control 21%. Almost. We're almost there.
Achtung! Achtung!
Really, as soon as I basically take anything here, even if it's just in front of Vancouver Island, any of this would of course be beneficial. Airfield, Vancouver itself would of course be
Befehle.
the culminator.
Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Bereit!
Right, we're going to call it quits shortly. I just want to basically get Canada under our belt.
Achtung! Bereit! Ausrücken!
That one's pretty much eliminated, that section here, but just the final bit of the push.
Achtung! Angetreten! Ausrücken!
Let's go for Seoul.
Bereit! Ausrücken! Bereit! Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
Let's try to stay ahead of them there.
Angetreten!
Cut them off properly.
Achtung!
We're sending more troops in, as you can see. But at the same time, we are taking out some of their ships. A fair number of their ships, to be honest. Like over here. They're sending ships in, and we are trying to basically ambush them. Units. Any additional things we can give him? He's level 6, on the way to level 7. Docked in Galicia. Okay. Sussex. West Ems. Okay. What are we getting? Support equipment. Okay. Western Manchuria. Any other bits I got flying around? Yeah, I still got them flying here, don't I? Yeah, we could push that further forward, I would say, but is it beneficial? Probably not. So let's send all of these boys home. All of these as well can just fly home as well. Let's go back to our surface warfare here.
Angetreten!
We're slowly getting there. Just need to give the time a bit of a booster here. So Volgograd and basically Leningrad. Is the region actually called Volgograd? Or is that just the name of the city? It is actually called Volgograd. Volgograd. Like I just said. Volgograd. I want to basically get my hands on Volgograd and Leningrad. Okay, Volgograd. Next to that we got some other regions here which got some resources. So that's the Soviets and Portugal as well, which really I want to basically stick to the continent here if I can. Can I make a puppet out of countries here? Kazakhstan. Leningrad and Volgograd, if I'm not mistaken, are basically what we're taking here for ourselves. Plus some of the surrounding regions here as well. This is quite beneficial. Getting additional oil in as well. As you can see, we're getting oil in here. Sorry, is that still up for grabs? It is, isn't it? Look at that. We do want to take that one. Not liberate, we want to make puppets out of this here. Azerbaijan, and this is also Armenia. Okay, let's just collapse this here. Kazakhstan we've set already. Georgia we've set. Ukraine we could set. Moldova I don't want to set. I want to basically leave this space here really for the Romanians to take. Turkmenistan. Yep, that would work. Let's form that puppet as well. I've got another bit to spend, as you can see. Okay, how much have I got to spend? 127. That's too expensive, that's why. We can still take a cheap state. Is there any cheap states at all for like 12? Not really. Okay, in addition to Leningrad, I probably want to take that there as well. So if I don't take some of the bits here, I can do without that one. Volgograd I definitely need. Still got 20 to spend. I could of course take Okay, submit my demands. Leningrad. Yeah, they want that territory, of course, as well, which is fully understandable. But I need that territory to be able to create a greater Deutschland. Why have the Romanians not put any effort in here? Two Sicilies. Actually, who's contributed? Greater Romania. Yes, they've contributed. Why don't you make demands? Can I take fleets? Okay, Canadians. All screening units. I'm happy to take those. All their screening units. I don't think it's a lot by them. Okay, but still. Early heavy ship, and that's an early heavy ship as well. I got the points to spend, so why not? Azerbaijan. Okay, let's do Armenia here. Azerbaijan, and right next to it. I don't want to do Ukraine. Go. Why doesn't that go to India? Is India part of our coalition or not? I'm not sure. I don't want anything of Canada. That should all go to Spain in reality. Pemir. Who's claimed that? No one thus far. Am I wrong? Oh no. Fine. Done. Turkmenistan. I don't want to have to rule all of this myself. Basically, if I create the puppets, it just makes life so much easier here, really. Aurel, let's... It would be great if you actually had the search faction here as well, isn't it? Republic of Georgia. Kazakhstan, okay. We basically put them there already as such. Volgograd, and of course here we still got that dual claim towards that territory there. Different percentages of value towards the different states. Okay. Anything else? I think I can submit these in advance. Yes, you're still contesting us on that. Okay, forfeit that one. I do want that one. So we'll keep on pushing for that. Gosh, the Romanians don't make any claims here, which is ridiculous here, to be honest. What kind of state is this going to be? Whatever that's called. Fine. Let's go back here. Angola. Belarus. Okay. Karelia. Okay, that's fine. You can have Karelia. I'm happy with that. Sweet. That is done. We still got tons of points to spend, as you can see. Far Eastern Republic. Okay. Vladivostok. What's the other one that I need to release? Khabarovsk. Okay, lots of different nations forming here. Hold on, where's that one? Up there. You can have that in reality. Take it, please. almost set. Nice to have some republics there in between as well. That's contested. Take it, please. Okay. We still got 900 points to spend, as you can see here. Okay. Let's just have another look. Can I do any other bits here? Change government? No. Ooh, they want Moscow. In reality, I'm happy to forfeit that one. How much is left? Going okay for now. Are we gonna get into a stalemate here or something? Okay, if I take Moscow and I forfeit that one, will that make you happy? There we go. Is there any territory that's not being claimed yet by anyone here? Here, there's territory that's not being claimed. Interesting. Why would no one want to take that? Okay. I don't want those little bits of territory here in reality. Sweet. So what we should be able to do now, we can proclaim the Greater German Reich. Yes, we can. Huh. Loyal and they are worried. Why is that minus 20? What's the impact of that in reality? Does that mean they become core states of ours? Occupied territory. If we look at this one here. Didn't want to look at the Air Force. Does that become a core state? No, it's occupied state. This, of course, is a core state. Memo is a core state. Is this a core state? It's an occupied state as well. This is an occupied state. This is an occupied state. Interesting.
All right.
Anyways, manpower here. These guys can go to, of course, there.
Befehle.
These guys are free to move now, and we're basically going to move them over to support our engagements. I would say over here. Improvisation expert. Nice.
Achtung.
So you see these guys are operating here nicely.
Achtung.
These guys kind of are without leadership at the moment, but they of course will be able to push through into here as well. And then from there, I really want to basically go into there as such.
Angetreten!
Okay, probably into Japan. All right, it's been a long enough episode. It's been far longer than I actually had hoped. But I guess just the war negotiations at the end just took far more time than anticipated. Currently, of course, we're only on a defensive war, which is great. Combat casualties, yeah, okay, they contributed substantially to things. But, guys, thanks for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. But, of course, in the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.